Good morning, everybody. Gather in, everybody. Gather in, gather in. Good morning. Afternoon. Sorry, why do I keep doing this? Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Move this closer to myself. Yeah. Alright. Is there anything I'm missing here? I have no earthly idea. No earthly idea. Should probably close this door. Give me a second, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Blanco. What up, Blanco? Good morning, man. What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What a day. What a day, guys. It is a beautiful Tuesday. Tuesday, February the... I don't know. Because my phone refuses to show me. February 6th. Yes, look at the computer. It's February 6th. And I keep saying good morning. Good day. I'm just going to say good day. You know, shout out Elizabeth. I'm just going to say good day instead because it's a lot easier. Because I keep messing it up. But what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? What's everybody up to today? You know, today we're going to jump right into the cross-examination for the young lady that was the coach of the extreme dance group. And I figured, really, Sammy? Sammy, no. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Cats, guys. Cats. Anyway, we're going to jump into the cross-examination of the young lady from the extreme dance group who was having a very hard time testifying. Darrell was being himself, and Zach Wichow, of course, was coming to the rescue because he's a great guy. And that's what great guys do. Ooh. Oh, Sean, this your day off? You go, girl. You spending it with me? I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Aaron says, good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon, man. Do you have a channel, Aaron? That sounds like a channel name. Do you create your own content as well, Aaron? Let me know. 'Cause if you do, you know, I'll give you a shout out. Tell people to go subscribe to you. I do stuff like this all the time, man. I'm big into the networking, man. I go to these other channels all the time, the channels that you guys love. You know, I pop into their live streams all the time, leave them super chats and stuff, and you know, to me it's a big network and relationship building thing that I do. You know, it's just good strategy as far as building relationships in this community. So if anybody has a channel and makes their own content, please do not be afraid to let me know, because I will certainly shout you out in a heartbeat. And that's for sure. Man, I'm just waiting for a few more people before we get started here. What's everybody got planned for this week? What are your Super Bowl plans? What do you guys got going on? What are you guys going to be doing? As far as me, going back to my alma mater, Full Sail University, and I am hosting the Super Bowl party, just like I did last year. It's a great time. College full of great students who really make it fun, hosting stuff there. I've hosted the Oscars party there. Gonna be doing that again this year. And I've hosted the Super Bowl party before. I'm gonna be doing that again this year as well. So really excited for everything. Our date to move to Maryland, I think I told you guys, it is a little bit pushed back. And now we're even considering, and Blanco, you'll want to hear about this. We're even considering moving to Fairfax County, Northern Virginia, instead, because for some reason, really don't understand, because it's never been like this before, but Northern Virginia's homes that they're offering, like in our budget, are way better than the ones in Maryland. I don't get it. It's never been like that before, ever. So I really don't understand. But if I can take advantage of it, I most certainly will. I most certainly will. What university? Full Sail University, here in the Orlando, Florida area. Full Sail University. Went to the sportscasting program at Full Sail University, and I've stayed well connected with everybody there, the students, all of that stuff. They true story, I'm not making this up. A lot of them call me like the greatest of all time to ever come through the sportscasting program. Like that's what they say about me. Like every time I'm talking to them, they're like, hey, what's up, goat? Goat this, goat that. What up, Zane? Okay, bring me the box. What was I saying? Yeah, they just be giving me mad compliments. I mean, I worked hard for it, for sure, but there's still a lot of stuff I want to accomplish. Obviously, I definitely feel like I've done some big things so far since I graduated, and I'm proud of all of that stuff. But it doesn't stop there, right? Like, I want to continue to do big thing after big thing after big thing, and see how far I can take it. I'll be right back, guys. See, I'm glad I didn't start the video because my son's asking me for crackers. I'll be right back. Other cat is in here. Okay, I'm back, guys. TGG says, what was your major? Communications? Something like that. It's basically communications, but it's more of the sports broadcasting side of it. So I was basically trained by people who have had careers at ESPN and Fox Sports and Golf Channel and Bally Sports and different news outlets all over the country. They basically trained me on how to become better at my craft. So if you guys enjoy the channel, definitely have a lot of Full Sail University to thank for that. They put a lot of knowledge into me, taught me how to use this OBS system that I use to live stream to you guys. Okay. Lord. Frazier, what up? Oh, Shonda, you're a Lions fan. Welcome to the feeling of winning games. Isn't it great? Go Pack Go, by the way. All right. I don't really have an interest in broadcasting for the NFL. Uh, I have more of an interest in ring announcing. That's my forte. I'm a ring announcer. I've done ring announcing for combat sports, and that's been awesome. If that's something that you guys want to see, I have no problem showing it to you. But I definitely want to make sure we get through this witness today. I don't want to get too distracted, get yelled at in the comment section. I'm kidding. I really don't care when people have attitude with me in the comment section. I don't care. This is Alphonso Speaks. I didn't name it Darrell Brooks channel. Okay. I made it very clear from the beginning. This is not the Darrell Brooks channel. We might be watching Darrell Brooks stuff, but this is Alphonso Speaks. So whatever Alphonso wants to speak on from day to day is what we do. You know what I mean? That's what I do. But if you aren't interested in that, that's fine. It's not hurting my feelings. There's plenty of other channels out there which I promote myself. Like AG Tactical, Caricature Productions, J9 Eve, Lyle's Music, Beefy Has Anxiety. There's a bunch of different channels out here. They're all awesome. They all cover Darrell Brooks in their own way. It all depends on what you guys, have, taste for as far as like, your style. Oh, Shonda, you're a mitten baby. Okay. Respect. I feel you. I get it. I was telling everybody a few episodes ago, Detroit rap is my favorite genre of music. So I'm pretty tapped in with the culture. And one of my best friends is from Detroit as well. Well, he's more from Allen Park, but still, I mean, it's where the Lions practice, so it's a good spot. Yeah, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for some Darrell Brooks today? We're gonna get through this together, right, guys? Look, today I'm making it my goal to keep my composure and just get through the witness. Already have an understanding that this thing right here is going to be a jerk. He's going to be a jerk. I see it coming. There's nothing I can do about it. And it's fine. Alex C. asks, are there any other cases you plan on covering? Let me give you the list, Alex. Because I have a very long list that I plan on covering. Plan on getting into more Bradley Yon, Chandler Halderson, Hannah Payne, Taylor Shea Business, Bryce Rhodes. Well, Bryce Rhodes, I'm still kind of that one's a little brutal for me. The bar fight trial, Maya versus Hospital, Alex Mardeau trial, Dan Markle case, Corey Richens, Kentucky versus no, never mind. The Delphi murders, Henry Dinkins, Jodi Arias, Shonda Van Ark, Michael Barago, Sarah Boone, if that ever goes to trial, Sarah Pender, and Jennifer Crumbly. So yeah, a lot of different ones that I'm planning on getting into. I just had to make a list because it's a lot, but I definitely want to get to it. So yeah, Alex, I definitely do plan on covering some other cases. I appreciate you asking, man. Budgie girl, hope you're feeling better. You seemed poorly last time. I very much was. I'm still a little nasally right now, but like as far as like feeling, I'm feeling pretty decent. Feeling pretty decent. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see where I am in the next few days. But overall, I'm happy with how I feel. and I feel like I can get through this today. So that's what we're gonna try to do, is get through this today, guys. Okay, thank you guys for joining me. I am gonna take my deep breath. Nadi, I'm gonna take my deep breath. I'm gonna dive right into this, okay? It's okay. He got 1,000 years. I don't need to get upset. It is what it is. This happened. There's nothing I can do about it. It's, you know, it's yeah. It is what it is. Okay. Let's do it, guys. Right? Let's do it. I got my juice box for comfort, by the way. Okay? So, I'm ready. I'm good.
We'll go back on the record then in State versus Brooks. Appearances are as they were this morning. Do we have Ms. Gajewski available? All right, bring her in and we'll bring the jury in as soon as she's up here for her cross-exam.
State that I do consent to that name, nor do I know any individual by that name.
I'm not gonna get started, guys. I'm not gonna get started. I'm keeping my composure. He's being stupid already, though. He is. He's being stupid already.
Consent is noted for the record. All right, Ms. Gajewski, if you would please make your way back to the witness stand. And as soon as you are there, I will have the jury brought out. All right, go ahead.
On the record, before the jury comes out, I would like to direct Your Honor to a case, United States versus Cotton, 535.
Mr. Brooks,
Sir,
if you have
sir, this is not the time for legal arguments. The witness is on the stand. So that means it's time for a witness to be questioned, not a legal argument to be brought up. I promise you, I'm not mad. I'm just pointing out something so stupid that he just did. Makes no sense. This is clearly not the time for this.
have a motion, you need to put it in writing, and then I will address it. I'm not gonna deal with any oral motions right now. So if you're asking me to reconsider something, you need to follow the proper procedure.
What is the proper procedure, Your Honor?
I've told you repeatedly what a motion is, so. And if it's a reconsideration, 806.07 is the statute I would direct your attention to.
It's not a reconsideration, it's just bringing up the subject matter jurisdiction again, which
Sir, I've already dealt with this repeatedly, so any further times you want me to address it, you need to put it in writing for the court to consider a proper motion with the relief that you're requesting, the legal basis, and the facts upon which you are relying.
I have that here, Your Honor.
Not just simply a case, I want a motion.
I've put in several motions that have yet to be
Sir,
answered.
I've already addressed them, the jury's on its way out. I'm not gonna delay the start of this cross-examination for this argument yet again.
It's not
I've
an
already
argument.
addressed it. The fact that it's the afternoon doesn't mean I need to address it again. Jury's coming out.
It's gonna continue to be brought up. It's gonna continue to be brought up, Your Honor. It hasn't been proven that you have jurisdiction, that this court has jurisdiction. I think it's relevant. Subject matter jurisdiction.
Is it pissing anybody else off that his tie is outside of his jacket? Like, I know he's not the perfect dresser. I know this is just a court suit, but bro, like, come on. It doesn't even look like it's pressed. The tie is outside of the suit jacket. The top button is still not buttoned. The tie is not all the way up. Nothing about this man is making any sense.
It can't be forfeited or waived. You know that. By not answering, Your Honor.
Like, this is how you dress when you're playing house. Like, this is how the fake dad dresses. Oh, let me go pull on my dad's suit. Then, honey, I'm home from work. Oh, here's my fake briefcase and my fake top hat. My suit that doesn't fit because I'm a little kid. Like, you mean to tell me, like, did he not own any dress clothes from home that he could have, like, had brought to him at court so he could have something that fit? Like, at this point, I'm not even I'm not even roasting this man. I'm just pointing out facts. Like, look at it. Like, nothing looks presentable, man. Like, honestly, you definitely, like, people can lie to you all they want and say they don't judge a book by its cover. That's false. That's false. You're always going to, everybody has prejudice built into them, where you see somebody and you have an initial thought of some kind. You know what I mean? Now, after getting to know that person, you can choose whether or not to put that initial thought to the side and accept, you know, who they show themselves to be, you know, the content of their character, whatever. But you're always going to have prejudice. Always. You see a homeless person on the street and they look a little scary, you're going to have prejudice. You're going to have your guard up, you know, when you're walking past that person. It's just, it's natural. Like, prejudice is actually healthy in some situations because it'll keep you out of bad situations. That's why we're wired with prejudice. But it's the deep prejudice that is the problem. But I say all that to say, in this case, Darrell, they see you. And the first thing they're going to think, first of all, day number one, you weren't even wearing a suit. You were just wearing your orange jail clothes. They told you the importance of switching into your civilian clothes. Your response was that there's no way that people don't know I'm in custody. Yes, that's true, but you don't want them thinking about the fact that you're in custody while they're sitting there taking in all that evidence and stuff. I mean, again, it wouldn't have helped him anyway, but I'm just saying, if any of you ever for any reason find yourself in a court case for any reason, make sure you look put together. Make sure your suit is pressed. Make sure you know how to wear a suit. Like, make sure you have an understanding of how you're supposed to be looking. Like, you're presenting yourself to a judge, to a jury. You gotta look professional. This literally looks like this suit just came out of the washing machine. And he has no idea how to put it on. That's what it looks like. It's actually pretty frustrating to watch. It's you know what? It's a perfect representation of how he lived his life on the outside. Where, you know, him just, basically him putting on this suit right now is like him flexing those cars that weren't his. Like him flexing that music that wasn't his. Because you can try to shine a turd and it's still a turd. That's what this is. This suit is like spraying Windex on a turd. It still stinks. It still looks like crap. You can see right through it. You can see that it's crap. And that's what Darrell Brooks is, even with this suit on. And the sad part is he doesn't even have the decency to learn how to wear a suit properly. That's the crazy part to me. The fact that your tie is outside of your suit jacket is very concerning. Like, that's crazy.
The jury's coming out.
I'm not answering, Your Honor. You're agreeing to a tactic agreement. Is that a judicial determination that you don't have to answer?
And then he thinks all this legal talk. Like, it's so crazy how he thinks this legal talk is going to make him look smarter. When again, the legal talk is just like the suit. Just spraying Windex on a turd. That's it. Because no matter what you're saying or no matter how big the words that you're using are, everybody in the courtroom knows it's a big load of crap.
I'll take that as a yes.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
Frazier. Can y'all not make me laugh? Because I'm still getting rid of the cough from COVID. And every time I laugh, it, like, I start struggling. This man said, dress for the sentence you want, not the sentence you have. That's hilarious. That's crazy.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you may question the witness if you have any questions for her.
I don't consent to being called that name, as I stated before. I will note that, like that
The
noted for the
defendant can
record.
question the witness now.
Is that noted for the record, Your Honor?
Ask your questions, please.
Is it noted for the record, Your Honor?
Judge Darrell is getting so tired. Good afternoon, everybody. By the way, as you guys come in, feeling a
As you
bit better.
testified to earlier, you were present at the Christmas parade on November 21st of 2021. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Do you remember about how long you intended to be at the parade?
Just until we finished the route.
Does anybody know why he even asked that question? He asked it to like a lot of witnesses. Why? Like, was there a strategy behind that one? I don't get it. How long did you intend to stay? What? That doesn't even set foundation. That's not even a foundational question. That's just a hey, I'm curious question. Oh, thank you, Vonda, for the compliment, by the way. It's one of my favorite shirts. Oh, and it gets better on the back. It gets better. Look at that. This shirt is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Love this shirt. Valkyrie, you finally made it live. Welcome.
It was a few exhibits that you stated on record that you weren't familiar with seeing. Would that be fair to say?
Once clarified, I did say that I remembered seeing them.
So you saw those videos before today?
Yes.
About how many times do you recall seeing them before today?
Just once.
Vonda, if you have a TJ Maxx near you, that's where I find this. So just take a look at your TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, places like that. The most underrated stores in the nation. Check those out.
Do you recall who showed them to you?
Yes.
You stated for the record and for the jury?
Can you repeat that?
Can you state who showed you the videos for the record and for the jury?
Yeah, the state.
And who would you be referring to when you say the state?
The three seated next to you.
Are you referring to the opposite table next to me?
Yes.
Let the record reflect that she identified.
Let the record reflect that she identified the state. She identified Attorney Zach Witchow and Sue Opper and Leslie Basie. Let the record reflect. Set me free.
The three prosecutors sitting at the prosecution table.
No objection.
The record will so reflect.
Do you recall knowing if you would possibly be called to testify?
If you don't have any of those stores, H&M might have something similar to this too. You gotta check in the men's section for your t-shirts, ladies. For real, they be giving us the heat. They be giving us the heat. And we have pants with pockets. They be giving us everything.
Yes.
Were you expecting to testify?
Yes, I got a letter in the mail.
Do you recall if that letter was a subpoena?
Yes, it was a subpoena.
You frequently referred to the vehicle as the car. Do you recall those statements?
Oh, Lord. Here we
Yes.
go with this angle.
So, for clarification, what type of vehicle did you see that day? Was it a car?
It was a Ford SUV.
And how were you
Which is
able
a car.
to determine the make and model of the vehicle?
Objection. Not describe the model.
Grounds.
Grounds.
Overruled. She may answer
Objection.
the question.
So, when I first saw it, I made a point to figure out what car it was, not the license plate. And I knew it was either that an Escape or a Mercury. And then as the vehicle got closer to me, I saw the Ford emblem. That's how I knew it was a Ford.
And during those determinations of the make and model of the vehicle, did you catch a description of the driver?
No, I did not.
Any reason why?
You're not going to ask about a license plate? What about the license plate? He didn't ask about the license plate. How does he know if she saw the right license plate? These are really important questions that Darrell has to ask. I mean, come on. He's dropping the ball here, man. These are the questions that his freedom is going to rely on. He's going to look back on that decision, not to ask about the license plate. Man, he's going to regret that one. Not smart. Not smart.
You would be more focused on the make and model of the vehicle instead of who was driving the vehicle?
I can't tell you why. I just made sure I knew what the vehicle was.
And you didn't try to see if you can spot a license plate at any time?
It all happened way too fast.
So would it be fair to say that it happened fast enough for you to not be able to make out the model and make of the vehicle?
No, I knew exactly what it was.
But not exactly who was driving the vehicle?
No, I did not look who was driving it, just the make.
You stated that you observed some girls from your dance team in the hospital. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And you stated that a few of them were laying on the ground?
Yes.
Any idea why they would be laying on the ground in the hospital?
Because there was so many people, there wasn't enough room. So people were standing, sitting, and laying on the ground because the rooms were overflowed.
Were they being attended to at that time?
Nope, because there was too many people.
One man filled up the entire hospital. Crazy.
Did you recall feeling like maybe they should have been attended to, seeing as how they may have been seriously injured?
The nurses were attending to who needed it immediately. The nurses were doing the best they could.
So it would be fair to say that the girls that you observed on the ground weren't of immediate concern to the nurses at that time?
At that time, they weren't.
But they were still in the hospital, Darrell. You can spin it however you want to try to spin it. But they were still in the hospital because of you. If not for you, they would have been at home, watching SpongeBob, eating snacks, maybe the candy that they collected during the Christmas parade, getting ready for Christmas break in a couple of weeks, sneaking by the tree, trying to peek to see what their parents got them. But no, instead, they're laying on the hospital floor because there's not enough beds in the hospital because you put dozens of people in the hospital. And your angle is they weren't seriously hurt because they weren't being seen immediately. No, there was levels to it. You know what I mean? If maybe you had only hit one of them that was laying on the hospital ground, they would have been seen immediately on a normal day. But because you hit people so hard that there were bones protruding from their skin, those people kind of had to take preference over the ones who maybe had road rash, which is not a normal injury to have, by the way. Let's keep it going.
Were you injured in any way during this incident?
I was not.
Oh, here, I wish she would have said yes. I wish she would have said yes. And when he asked her injuries, I wish she would have like detailed like all the psychiatric injuries that he's given her, because those count too in my book.
And you testified earlier to the approximate speed of the vehicle. Do you recall what your answer was?
Yeah, about 55 miles per hour.
And how were you able to come to that determination?
Because I've drove for a couple years now, and that's just the number that came to my head. Because when I drive, I know what 55 feels like, and I know what 25 feels like, and that was just my best guess.
So it would be fair to say that you were making an assumption. You didn't know for sure.
Nope. Yeah, that was just my best guess.
Oh, yes, because if you were only going 20 miles per hour instead of 30 miles per hour, we'll take 50 years off of your sentence. So this is a really important detail. It's very, very important. The speed matters, not the fact that you were there in the first place and you ran people over. The speed. That's the important part. I feel bad for the state because they kind of like have to sit here and let him ask these questions because he has the right as a U.S. citizen to ask his questions. But it's like the questions are, yeah, can you go get a bottle? You just need some water. I don't know. There's your water bottle.
Come here. I'll get you some water.
Are you kidding me?
No, we're not getting. My son is talking a lot lately. This is crazy. I lost my whole train of thought. I think I was saying like how frustrating it is for the state to have to sit there and like let him ask his questions, because no matter how stupid they may be or pointless they may be, if they don't violate, you know, any of the court's rulings, like he has every right to ask the questions. I don't know, man.
You made a reference to a young woman by the name of Sam. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And what relation do you have to Sam? Is she just part of the dance group or close friend or?
Yeah, she's part of the dance group, but I became super close with her.
He did say, "Are you kidding me?" He said, "Are you kidding me right now?" Yes, he did say that. Yes, he is 4 years old.
Ever since I started working there.
Do you recall seeing her struck by the vehicle?
No.
My son actually likes Patrick Mahomes. He saw him on TV one time when he was like 2 years old, and he started smiling, and I was like, none of that. We're Packers fans in this house. So no, he is not excited about the Super Bowl, Aaron. He's not excited. I want both teams to lose. Yeah, I said it.
Do you remember where she was at the time that you saw the vehicle pass you?
Yes, she was on the front left side if you're looking towards the truck that was in our group. She was on the left side in front, first girl.
Would it be fair to say that from that angle that you would be able to see her if she was struck?
I was turned the other way. She was behind my back.
So you don't know for sure where she was at when the vehicle passed you?
I do. She was in her formation that I had put her in.
Do you know if anyone was standing there or in that position with her at that time?
She has her own spot, and there was girls behind her and next to her, but she would have been the only dancer in her spot.
So it would have been people in her general area, but not directly next to her.
Yeah, they have space in between all of them.
Do you remember what you did immediately after the vehicle passed you?
Yep, I ran to Alice and I picked her up immediately.
In regards to your dance team, did you observe anyone struck?
I just remember seeing bodies in the air, but I can't say I remember seeing a vehicle hit them. I remember seeing bodies in the air and on the ground.
So at that point, it would be fair to say that you didn't know if the people that were on the ground or in the air or whatnot were in fact struck by a vehicle.
Well, I did know it was the vehicle because I turned around and I saw the vehicle coming towards them. And then I think I blacked out until they actually were in the air and on the ground.
By blacked out, what do you mean by that? State that, what that means for the jury and for the record.
See, that's the key word right there. Every time he says for the jury and for the record, he's really asking something that his stupid self don't understand, and he wants it explained for him. That's what he wants. He wants to explain for him. Every time. That's like the key indicator. Oh, can you explain what that is for the record and for the jury? Bruh. We all know you're asking for yourself. Because you don't understand. I mean, you said it multiple times throughout the trial. Oh, because I don't understand. Because I didn't understand. Because the understanding. He doesn't say understanding. He says understanding. Understand. Like the most basic functions of the English language, this man can't get. He can't get it right. The most basic functions.
So I can't see anything, but I can hear it. So when I say blackout, I mean I can't visualize it, but I can hear it happening.
Was that the first time that you ever had a blackout?
Yeah,
So it's never happened before that day?
never.
Any idea what caused it on that occasion?
No. Stress, shock.
The juice box is making me feel better.
And you stated that you got into a ambulance and with someone who was struck and then left the parade at that point?
A squad car, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, a squad. You left at that point.
Yeah.
Do you recall about what time that was?
No.
Do you recall how long you were with the person being transported at that time?
No, I wasn't worried about time.
I mean, again, though, like, what are these questions proving?
Do you recall if anyone was walking directly next to you at the time of the incident?
I was walking next to the girls on my team that got struck.
Do you recall walking next to Sam or Sam walking next to you?
No, she was behind me.
Do you recall making the statement that, and this is, I'm guessing, in a summary report given to Detective Schwartz? Do you recall being interviewed by Detective Schwartz?
Yes.
Do you recall making the statement that Samantha was walking next to you?
No, I don't recall that.
Do you recall making a statement that you did not have enough time to tell Sam to move?
Yes.
And this was the same Sam that you just testified that you did not see struck, correct?
Yeah. Yes, I didn't see her hit.
So it would be fair to say that you made the statement that you didn't have enough time to tell her to move, but didn't actually see what happened to her.
Because she was on the same side as me, and that's why I was saying I didn't have enough time to tell her to move, but I wasn't next to her.
Any idea what may have stopped you from being able to see what happened?
Because I blacked out.
At the point that you blacked out, at that point you didn't see anyone struck. Would that be fair to say?
I don't remember exactly the vehicle hitting, but I just remember bodies flying. I think I kind of tried to block it out.
Do you recall making a statement that everything happened so fast,
Yes.
but not fast enough for you to identify the vehicle?
Nope. I remember
How can y'all hear that, man? Excuse me. Bro, stop making me laugh. How can y'all hear my son jumping off the couch and yelling about it? Like, how good is this microphone, man? Like, he's like, I got the door closed. He's all the way in the living room, man. But like, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's jumping off the couch right now. He's like literally jumping off the couch and yelling. He's watching Transformers. Every time he watches Transformers, he starts going crazy. He starts jumping off of stuff, beating up the pillows, all types of stuff. Like, how do y'all hear that? That's nuts. That's nuts. Let me all right. Let me catch up. Blanco, I got your message, bro. Let me just catch up on the comments real quick. And I can get back to watching the cross. Yeah, I love how genuine her testimony is. Yeah, man, she's really thinking hard, trying to make sure that she just tells the complete truth and nothing but the truth. So help her God. We see right through the stupidity. Yep, anybody with a brain would. Darrell can't see through his own stupidity because doesn't have much of a brain. Oh wow, I didn't know she quit her job after this. I mean, I can't really say that I blame her. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't at the parade either in the following year. Yeah, he is always saying I was trying to get the credibility of the witness. Like, he's always saying that. Like, bro, normal people don't lie about everything like you do. Like, that's not how normal human beings work. Like, of course, everybody has told a lie in their lives. Of course, but not like you. David, I appreciate your kind words, man. I will be doing more lives. Absolutely. That is not going to stop. I will continue to do lives. And Blanco, what specifically is this that you're sending me? What? No way he writes like this. There's no way he writes like this. This can't be his handwriting. Are you kidding me? Guys, I gotta show you what no way. Excuse me. No way. No way he writes like this. I'm definitely gonna show you guys this. Because there's just how is his handwriting like that? No way he has this good of handwriting. Yo, I refuse to believe it. Nah, Blanco. Nope. No, there's no way. There's no way, guys. There's just no way. Let me see something. Let's take a quick break. I'm gonna show you guys what Blanco just sent me. Let me see. Give me a second, Blanco. I'm trying to not show that information you didn't want me to show. It's kind of hard to do it though. Actually, Blanco, can you do me a favor, bro? I know it might be some extra work, but can you actually, like, all those pictures you just sent, can you just send to my email? Because I don't want to, remember what we talked about? Some specifically. Just send it to that email right there. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the video, but once Blanco sends me that, we're gonna take a look at Darrell's motions that he had written up while he was in court. Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, like, if you guys haven't seen his handwriting yet, just wait till you see his handwriting. Like, that's actually blowing my mind right now. Fee O'Brien is in the building. What's up? What's good? Like, that's actually crazy. I was not expecting him to write that well at all. Like, that handwriting is actually beautiful. Like, that's actually crazy. His handwriting is actually gorgeous. Like, I don't understand. It's not adding up. It's not making any sense. I don't understand. I'm not understanding it. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm very confused. Like, what in the world? But yeah, Blanco's gonna send me that. Once he sends me that, we'll get to it. Let's get back to this.
Exactly what the vehicle was.
Do you recall if the vehicle had any damage at that point?
I was only paying attention to what kind of make it was because I could see the body of it was an SUV, and like I said, I thought it was either the make with the Mercury or a Ford, and so I was just paying attention to the emblem when the grill got closer and I saw it was a Ford. I wasn't looking for any damage.
About how close would you estimate the vehicle came to you?
I don't know.
Did it get close to you?
I don't know. I blacked out.
Do you remember what side of the road you were on when you blacked out?
Yeah, I was on, if you are looking at the truck, I was on the left side. So if you're walking in the parade, I was on the left side.
You know, and that's actually a great question. I think that's something that we're going to look at today, guys. I want us to look at and see if we can find the handwriting of like different criminals in the past, like especially serial killers. And we're going to see what their penmanship was like, because I'm actually curious like how that's actually a thing.
But I had turned around, and so I was on the right side because I was looking at the vehicle.
So at what point did your memory go fuzzy?
So I turned around and I saw a car or an SUV, and I told myself, "You're crazy. You don't see that." And then all of a sudden, I don't remember anything. I can hear it, and then after, I remember seeing the bodies. So I would say I blacked out from when I saw the vehicle to after it passed.
Any idea how long that may have been, roughly, if you recall?
A second.
So, pretty much like the snap of a finger.
Yeah, because it went by so fast.
And from your recollection, that was quick enough for you to miss anybody being struck.
I blacked out, so I didn't see them physically get hit.
Outside of Detective Schwartz, were you interviewed by any other law enforcement?
No, I only gave that statement, and that was it.
What about at the hospital? Were you interviewed at the hospital?
No, I was not.
Did you call yourself to make a report about what you saw that evening?
No, I went and gave the statement right after I left the hospital, and that was it.
Did you do any follow-up to see if your report was received by anyone in law enforcement?
No.
Did anybody from law enforcement contact you about the statement that you gave?
No.
I really hope she's able to fully recover mentally from this at some point.
Do you recall at any time reading or seeing a complaint in this matter?
No.
I don't see it happening. And like I'm not even trying to be pessimistic, but it's just like if you know anybody who's been through something traumatic, like that stuff just don't go away, man. Like they have that with them forever. Like it never goes away. It never ever goes away. No matter what they do. It's very unfortunate. But that's kind of just what happens, you know what I mean? Like you go through something that traumatic, all of a sudden you don't trust anything or anybody ever again. You know, like it's tough. It's tough, but like I can't blame her. Wouldn't be able to tell her, like, you know, hey, well, Darrell's behind bars, so you don't have to worry about it. No, like different things are gonna trigger those experiences for her? Or is she ever going to want to have like a family at this point? You know, like, is she ever going to want to bring children into this world for, you know, the risk of something like that happening to them? Like, this is going to affect everything. It's going to affect her future relationships. It's going to affect the way that she views the world. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. But you know, that's what happens in times of trauma. And like, really, what can you say? What can you say? So what we're gonna do real quick is check out what Blanca was sending me. All right. This is crazy, guys. This is actually really crazy. Okay, so this is this man's handwriting right here. So this right up here, the big words, and then below that, I believe, is Judge Darrell's responses to those motions. So this one was October 7th at 1:10 p.m. You have still yet to prove subject matter jurisdiction. Can you? You know, I wanted to give him credit and then realize he doesn't even use a question mark for his question. Can you? There's also no punctuation after you still have yet to prove subject matter jurisdiction. Let's go to the next one. Oops. Here we go. Sorry, guys. It's on the wrong screen. Your Honor, with all due respect, I've never been asked by you to write any certain words other than assuring the court I would not interrupt. Did he forget the T on interrupt, or did something happen in the scanning? I would not interrupt or disrupt, which I have done 3 times. Again, I'm exercising my right to be present in court. Please, may I have the order of the court to be present. This, I believe, came during Judge Darrell's sentencing remarks, right, guys? Does that seem like it would have happened at that time? Seems about the right time that would have happened, right? Let's try a different one. Now this one is the one that blew my mind. Not only is his handwriting good, but he's writing in cursive. Cursive? Look at this. I motion for a finding of facts in regards to all your rulings, especially subject matter jurisdiction. It's really pissing me off how he's not writing in between the lines. What is going on here? Like, why is it always something, man? Damien, I got these from Blanco. If you want them, just ask Blanco, and he may be willing to supply them for a small fee of Trident layers. Like, this is nuts. The fact that he can't write, like, I just want to give him credit for something, and every time I want to do it, he gives me a reason not to do it. I remember who we're dealing with here. Gosh. A motion for a finding of facts in regards to all your rulings, especially subject matter jurisdiction. I also make a request that the code be construed in harmony with the common law. Does he even know what that means? If you refuse to answer, I will state on the record you have agreed to a tacit agreement. Honor your oath of office, or every chance I get, I will press you on your biased misconduct. You can't mute me unlawfully, in parentheses, where is this in Illinois versus Allen, question mark, or mute me forever. I have and I preserved my right to be, he wrote my twice. I have and I preserve my right to be heard under the First Amendment. Honor your oath. You are a public servant. Man, he is really just, he's laying down the law. He's not playing around. Oh man, Darrell Brooks is lawyering. Oh man, Darrell Brooks is lawyering today. Whew. Let's see. Under Illinois versus Allen, I request, for the record, to be present at my trial. I never consented to not being present, nor did I act in dishonor. Man. Again, handwriting, not bad. Not bad at all. And this is the last one that we'll show. Sent me 8, but you guys kind of get the gist of where we're going here. I have reclaimed my rights that I never gave up or consented to give up, to be present, and you have not honored your oath of office to protect my constitutional rights, specifically my 14th Amendment, Section 1, which references equal protection of the laws. Would you like to explain this on the record, or should I? I will if you want. I would like to make an offer of proof for my appeal on the record. Man, somebody got to put these in a museum somewhere or something, man. You have zero legal standing to do what you are doing. I have the constitutional right to challenge all relevant law in this trial in terms of intent, interpretation, fairness, enforcement, and if they serve and protect the people. You know that. So if you continue to violate my rights, I'll make sure the second reflects. Oh, I'll make sure the record reflects you are not in charge of my... Okay. Cool. He's keeping a copy of... he's keeping all of his originals. That's a copy. I'm keeping all my originals. I'm not playing around. I'm a lawyer. I'm very emotional right now. Can I go to the other court? This is October 7th at 1:11 p.m. Oh, wow. That's crazy, guys. That is crazy. All right. Back to the witness. Big thanks to Blanco. Appreciate you.
Do you recall at any time filing any claim in this matter?
No. Are you saying with the police department?
Yes, with the police.
Yeah, no. I just gave a statement and that was it.
Would you consider yourself a party to this matter? Grounds.
Sustained. On relevance ground.
Do you recall if you were contacted by the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Overruled, she may answer.
Can you say who the plaintiff is?
I'm asking you, are you aware of the plaintiff? Were you contacted by the plaintiff at any time?
I don't know what the plaintiff is.
The plaintiff would be whoever is bringing the claim for the charges in the matter.
So not, then yeah.
Yeah, what? You were contacted by the plaintiff?
Objection.
She answered yes. I'll ask her grounds.
An objection, hold on.
Objection. Move to strike
Grounds.
legal analysis.
Grounds.
And the defendant has testified.
I'll sustain. the
Grounds.
objection, will grant the
Subject matter
strike,
jurisdiction.
the question and the answer for the reasons given by the state. You may rephrase if you'd like.
Whew.
Who were you contacted about testifying?
The state.
And that, I'm assuming the state of Wisconsin, correct?
I just know them as the state, right there.
Right there, as in referring to the prosecution table?
Correct.
Let the record show that she identified the state.
Let the record show she identified the state. She identified Zach Witchow, Leslie Basie, and Sue Hopper. Let the record reflect. I am a lawyer. And I will command the record to reflect this. She is talking about the 3 attorneys at the state's table. Or I am not Darrell E. Brooks. Are you? What is your name, Darrell? Who do you identify as?
As the 3 attorneys at the prosecution table.
No objection.
Record will still reflect.
And do you recall having a conversation with the state?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you would identify the state as the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection. No.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Have you ever had any interactions with the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Sustained.
Do you see the plaintiff in the courtroom today?
Same objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Hey, real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to leave a like. It helps the algorithm, helps grow this Alphonso Speaks community. We already have so many alphas. Why not add some more? Okay, so leave a like on the video. Thanks, guys.
Do you even know if there's a plaintiff?
Same objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
So as far as you know, in your opinion, who would you say is the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Were you present at the parade with any family that day?
No.
Just 1 second. And when you visited the hospital, how did you learn of the injuries to any of your dance team partners?
Which hospital are you referring to?
I only heard you say Memorial. You might have said two. I think you said Children's one time too. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, that's correct.
I guess I would be referring to Memorial.
So the only injury, well, not even injury, I only knew Julia had something wrong with her brain at the time because they saw spinal fluid coming out of her nose.
And were you
Dang.
told that directly from a doctor?
I heard them freaking out and rushing her to a CT scan because I was right next to her, helping them as she seized and vomited.
So you overheard from the nurses what the diagnosis was?
Yes.
What about for Sam?
Are you referring to the night of?
Yes, when I'm guessing you saw her at some point that night.
I did not see her that night.
Did you see her at any point?
I did. I was there at the hospital the first day she was able to have a visitor.
And were you told directly by medical professionals at that time that you were able to see her of any possible injuries?
I wasn't told by them.
Bro, that child had spinal fluid coming out of her nose. Like, this is what I was talking about last episode, guys. Like, as bad as this was, it could have been so much worse. I'm thankful that it wasn't. Like, only one child, lost their life, but it could have been like dozens of children that lost their lives. Like, they got messed up, man. Like, they got hit hard. Like, survivor's guilt has to be, I don't know, it's got to be something for a lot of these people. Because you're like, the same car that hit me killed these other people, but I survived. Like, why did I survive? Especially the ones that are like right next to them. So like, think about all the dancing grannies that survived. Think about Tucker Sparks. And, their coach, especially the one that we just saw last episode. Think about him too. He probably has survivor's guilt. Like, and survivor's guilt is one of the craziest things ever, because you're guilty because this thing didn't kill you, whatever it is, be it a natural disaster or whatever the case may be, like, whatever it is didn't kill you. Are the things I see in my apartment. Get. Oh my goodness. Never have cats. I'm just kidding. I love them, but they're really getting on my nerves today.
Them, she actually called me.
Can I strike that answer for hearsay, Your Honor?
No, you asked the question.
But the answer was hearsay.
You asked the question. You asked the question, you fool. And the state's not going to object for you. You asked the question. Every time I skip
days after the incident, did you have quite a few interactions with the dance team?
Yeah, we tried to keep ourselves busy and we did a lot of things together.
Did you attend any visuals or any memorials or anything like that?
Yes, I did.
You see how confused she was initially by the question? Because it sounded like he said, did you attend any visuals? It's vigils. Vigils. But then once he, kind of clarified the question, was like, any memorials, then she understood.
Would you state for the record and for the jury how many?
I believe it was on Monday. I went to that vigil.
That's irrelevant.
That would be the only one that you attended?
Yeah, that was the only one they had.
I know y'all hear that. Let me tell y'all what's going on right now. My cats are literally like 2 feet away from me, fighting each other. My son is in the living room watching whatever he's watching and roaring and yelling. And Darrell Brooks is asking the most mind-numbingly stupid questions anybody can ever imagine. There's a lot going on. A lot.
Were you aware of things set up financially for the victims?
Can you repeat that?
Were you aware of any for example, like GoFundMe's or
You know what? Y'all got to see this. This is what's going on right now. Sammy. Someone send help. Send help, please. Send help. Oh, don't forget about the ferret and the chihuahua, Blanco.
donations or anything for the victims? Were you aware of anything like that going on in the days after the incident?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained.
You yourself donate to any causes associated with the incident?
I did not.
Are you still currently a member of the dance team?
Can you tell me which one you're referring to?
What is it, string dance team?
Yeah, I'm not. I do not work there anymore.
And was that decision made by the incident, or was it just a personal decision?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
You testified earlier to having a blackout and that being the first time that happened. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Have you had any blackouts anytime since that day?
No.
first and only time would be that day.
Correct.
No further questions.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Kajewski, with respect to that blackout, you testified that you don't have a visual memory of the SUV actually striking any girls that day. Is that right?
Correct.
You testified, however, that you remember what it sounded like. Describe that.
Yes, sorry. Yes, so it sounded like those big orange construction cones just being hit. That's what I remember it as.
You do have a visual memory of the immediate aftermath of the strike?
I do.
And what is that memory?
Objection. Hearsay.
You may answer. It's overruled.
Just pure chaos. Shoes everywhere, palms everywhere, bodies, people screaming, running around. Just chaos.
When asked on cross-examination what caused your blackout, you said stress and shock. You remember giving that testimony?
Yes.
At any time in your life before November 21st of 2021, had you ever witnessed an SUV drive through a group of young women?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. You may answer.
No.
What about any time since November 21st, 2021?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
No.
That's all we have. Thank you.
Thank you. You may step down. She may.
Thank you. This day will next call Jamie Sutton.
All right, we got through that witness, guys. Now, as promised, I want to take a look at. Let's do some. What do you guys think? Maybe. So I'm gonna do a fresh search here. Actually, let's do this one. That's fine. We're going to look up some of this handwriting stuff, guys. That's what we're about to do. Okay. Let's start with the Night Slayer. What was his name? What was his name? The Night Slayer? I'm pretty sure it was the Night Slayer, right? Yeah, that was him. Okay. Yep, that was definitely him. Richard Ramirez. Okay. Richard Ramirez. Handwriting. Let's make sure this is the right Richard Ramirez, because that's not really a an uncommon name. Okay, so this is... Oh, look. Look, guys, this is his handwriting. If you look over to the right. Okay, so not bad. I can read it. So it's not terrible. Okay, so we got the Night Stalker. That's what it is. I said Night Slayer, Super Kelly. I'm so. I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna say that about myself, but I have my slow moments. Yeah, the Night Stalker. If you guys don't know about the Night Stalker, definitely go watch that documentary on Netflix. That's got to be one of the best like hands down one of the best serial killer documentaries I've ever seen put together. That was awesomely done. That was great. It was really great how they put that together. Very, very well done by all of them who worked on that. Everybody they interviewed was awesome, including the family members, the detectives, all that stuff. They were all great. Like, loved every bit of it. I also loved how he was caught by the community. The same community that he was preying on is the same community that captured him and, got him arrested. Some people were very surprised that there were weird people sending him like nudes and stuff while he was in jail. I was not surprised at all. I'm like, of course they did. Of course they did. Like, he's not the best looking guy in the world, don't get me wrong. But this isn't exactly a ugly human being. So they're like, oh, he's kind of cute and he's a bad boy. Some people are into stuff like that. Couldn't be me, but some people are into stuff like that. All right, Jeff Dahmer. Handwriting. Let's see it. Jeffrey Dahmer's handwriting is right here. I am not a fan of his handwriting. Yeah, I don't really like his. What do you guys think of his? I don't really like it. It's right here on the right-hand side. I've clicked on it. Probably can't see it that well, right? Let's see if we can go here. I try to stay away from Reddit. Reddit's a dangerous place. This is Jeffrey Dahmer's handwriting. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the best thing I've ever seen. Budgie Girl, I didn't know they did a film on the Night Stalker. I don't think I'm going to watch a film on the Night Stalker. So, here's the thing. I like the actual documentaries on serial killers and true crime and stuff. I don't like the movies. I don't like the movies at all. Like, I haven't taken the time to go and watch the Jeffrey Dahmer movie. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm just not into it. Like, it is entertaining, don't get me wrong. But I'm not in it really for the entertainment. I'm more so in it to, like, I think it's interesting and I learn something new, every single time. I don't know. There's something about the movie. There's something about the movie that just kind of, I don't know. No judgment to anybody who does watch the movies. It just feels like, to me personally, with, like, I guess my conscience, it feels like a going too far kind of thing. Like, I don't need to see a movie about a serial killer. But a documentary where people are actually telling their stories, you're hearing from the victims and stuff like that. Yeah, I love that stuff. It just feels different to me. Excuse me. Lord, I am so stuffy. John Wayne Gacy. Let's see his handwriting. Wow, he writes just like a politician. My God. Which makes sense. If you know anything about John Wayne Gacy, it makes sense why he would write like a politician. If you don't know about John Wayne Gacy and you're a true crime fan, either you're new or you've been sleeping under a rock. Watch some John Wayne Gacy stuff. It's most interesting, one of the most interesting cases in the entire world. Hey, can somebody remind me? What's the name of that serial killer? They think he's the most deadly serial killer like in American history, and he was killing in Chicago during the World's Fair using his hotel and like all those trapdoors and stuff. I can't remember his name right now though. But I want to see if they have his handwriting. But I think somebody mentioned BTK. Let's see BTK's handwriting. The way the BTK killer was captured was kind of crazy too. Oh, I hate his handwriting. His handwriting sucks. His handwriting sucks. I hate his handwriting. John Wayne Gacy was a guy who dressed like the clown. That is the clown guy, yes, who they found all the bodies under his house. Night Stalker, The Hunt for a Serial Killer. That's what it's called. Watch that. It hands down, I swear, it's the best serial killer documentary you will ever watch. The way that they put it together, from the graphics to the interviews to everything, was awesome. It was perfect, man. They couldn't have done it any better. I loved it. I loved how good it was. What's interesting about the Night Stalker is that H.H. Holmes, thank you, Super Kelly. The interesting thing about the Night Stalker, right, is that he would actually sleep at night at that hotel, that haunted hotel in L.A. The one that they say like has all that bad energy, where they found like that girl in the water tank and stuff. Like that same hotel apparently has a whole bunch of bad energy trapped in it. But that's where the Night Stalker would actually lay his head at night. He would come home covered in blood and nobody would bat an eye. But yeah, that's the BTK killer. His handwriting is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. H.H. Holmes. This guy right here. If you guys don't know, he is rumored to be the most lethal serial killer in the history of the United States. And I believe this is his little trap house right here. His hotel, rather. So he had this hotel where he would have these elaborate traps set up, including doors that led to nowhere, or trap doors under the floor and stuff like that. Like they would all lead to death. And then excuse me. And this, yes, the Cecil Hotel, Kelly. Thank you. Super Kelly is on it today. The Cecil Hotel is where the Night Stalker will lay his head at night. So if you look to your right, actually, I'm just going to blow it up for you guys. So if you look at this picture down here in the basement area, this is where he would embalm all the bodies and stuff, and he would melt them with acid and things like that. And as you can see, this is literally how it would be. There would be people just going around, walking around like nothing was happening because they had no idea what was happening. Meanwhile, every day they're walking past this guy right here. You can see him right here, H.H. Holmes. He's in the middle of your screen right now, actually killing somebody. Like that's what was happening. That's exactly what was happening. So I don't know if there's a documentary on H.H. Holmes. But there is something. I do have something for you guys. I don't necessarily want to show you guys on here because I don't want to get copywritten. But I am going to copy this link and I'm going to put this right here. So you guys don't have to be gamers to appreciate this, but sometimes nowadays they're making games that kind of like play out as movies, and all you have to do is kind of like pick what you want to do. Which direction am I going to go? Which answer am I going to give? Stuff like that, right? So in this video game, they made a video game inspired by H.H. Holmes and his hotel. And probably like the first 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even less than that, you'll get the gist of like how his hotel operated and like what he was like. So take a look at the video that I just put in the comment section once we're done here, and just take a look at H.H. Holmes. He's widely regarded as the most dangerous serial killer. Think like, what was his body count? I'm pretty sure his body count was somewhere around. Yeah, so he confessed to 27 murders, but experts believe that he actually probably killed over 200 women in that hotel. I actually just went on when I was in Chicago. When I was in Chicago a few weeks ago, I did a crime bus tour. Like, it kind of went around and like took you to all the different locations of like the mob and stuff, the St. Valentine's Day massacre, stuff like that. And one of the things that we talked about while we were there on that tour was H.H. Holmes. And that's where I learned that he's actually thought to have killed more than 200 women in that hotel. Interesting, right? So that's who this man was as a person. Does he have any handwriting? Oh yeah, there are also ties, like rumored ties between him and Jack the Ripper. Some people think he is Jack the Ripper. Wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know that for sure. Honestly, the handwriting is a little bit too faded to like actually. Yeah, it's just don't worry about H.H. Holmes. Let's see, the Zodiac Killer handwriting. This is one they're guaranteed to have because he kept sending letters, remember? Oh, his handwriting is fire. Hey, his handwriting is not... His handwriting almost looks like one of those fonts in Microsoft Word that you never use. It looks that perfect, but it looks that, like, abstract. It's very interesting. Okay. So the Zodiac Killer with the weird handwriting. Okay. Okay, interesting. Are they're still looking for the Zodiac Killer, right? Like, we still don't know 100% who that was. You know what I hate about, like, serial killer investigations? I hate when some people are so pressed for attention that they try to come forward and say, I'm the killer or whatever, and you're not the killer. Like, chill out, bro. You're not the killer. But this is the Cecil Hotel. As you can see, here's a Cecil Hotel picture with the Night Stalker because he lived there. Like, it was half a hotel and half a apartment complex. And it's very, very haunted now. And this is the girl. This is the girl right here that was found in the water tank. Now, when I watched the Cecil Hotel, documentary, it seems more and more likely to me that she actually accidentally killed herself because she was having a like psychiatric breakdown kind of thing. That's what it honestly felt like to me. Now, it doesn't help that the energy in that building is just terrible. But I actually am one of those who doesn't believe that she was actually murdered and put into a water tank. I believe that she actually got in there herself. Yeah, it's very creepy video, but I believe she was having a psychiatric episode. And that's just me, because I just haven't seen like really any proof of anything else, but like everything in that documentary, all the evidence in that documentary was pointing towards like, yeah, she forgot to take her meds. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's like it literally points towards, yeah, she just forgot to take her medication and things went bad. That's pretty much how that seems to have played out. But yeah, that's the Cecil Hotel. Any other serial killer handwriting we should look up, guys? Give me maybe a couple more that we can take a look at. So far it looks like all the different serial killers have different handwriting. Some of them good, some of them bad. So don't be afraid if you have good handwriting or bad handwriting. I don't think it says anything about you. But yeah, Los Angeles with its very, very dark past. Very, very dark past. But the Cecil Hotel documentary was definitely very creepy. Very creepy. Did not like it at all, but it was very informative. Yeah, Frazier, see that's the part that really bothered me too. They only knew that she was in that water tank because people started complaining that the water tasted weird. And that's when the maintenance people went and looked at the water tank and they found her floating in there. So yeah. Weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, gross. Janelle, hey! If you guys don't know, Janelle is the one who came up with the Alpha's nickname, and she is still struggling to find out how to get a membership. All you have to do, you should see a prompt button that says join. And that's how you get to the memberships page where you can get one. Ted Bundy, yes, let's look at it. Ted Bundy handwriting. Let's see. Absolutely freaking hate this. Absolutely hate this. This is terrible. This is terrible handwriting. I hate it. Wasn't he super smart though? He was like a lawyer or something like that. So like, or a paralegal at least. Like he was something in the legal area. They say really, really, really smart people have terrible handwriting. I guess because there's too much information moving towards their brain, and it just comes out so fast that they can't really focus on the shapes that they're writing. Excuse me. Let's see. Most famous female serial killers. Again, a lot of you have told me you don't really mind the word female. I will hold you to that. I call you guys women, but obviously when we're doing a Google search, we're going to use female. Just so you guys are aware. Don't want anybody mad at me. Okay, let's check. Let's check her out. Oh, her handwriting is to die for. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Guys, look at this. Whoa. Hey, her handwriting is beautiful. Whoa. But look at the spacing. The spacing is so consistent. What the? Wow. Yo, what do you guys think of this? That's wow. Wow, look at that. Her handwriting is amazing. This is the most famous woman serial killer in history. Wow, her handwriting is unbelievable. It's absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Her handwriting is fantastic. Wow. That's crazy, guys. That is really, really, really crazy. I was not expecting that at all. That's nuts. All right, let's check out the second one. Let's check out a couple of more before we call it a day here. Is this her handwriting? Don't know what that is. I'm not buying nothing. Okay, it's not showing up in the first few. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see this one. Juana Barraza. What is this? Can't really see anything, but it looks like she used to wrestle. Wow. the serial killing wrestler who murdered 16 women. What is this? What? What is this? Hold up. The serial killer wrestler who killed 16 women. Mexico's first serial killer is a female wannabe wrestler. And this is according to the New York Post. Mexico loves its abuelas. So in 1998, when a rash of killings seemed to be targeting Mexico City's elderly women, many of whom were grannies, residents were up in arms. The mysterious murderer was a shadowy figure who came to be known as the Old Lady Killer. In the end, the executioner, a wrestling fanatic with broad shoulders and powerful hands, was not who anyone imagined. Grandmothers are the most fragile, most vulnerable members of society. When grandmothers started being killed, society was deeply affected. The murders generated much more outrage than other killings in the country. I feel that. As outlined in The Lady of Silence, the anger was intensified by the fact that these murders were the product of Mexico's first confirmed serial killer. The women were all strangled to death, their apartments ransacked, and valuables and keepsakes stolen. Politicians and the media pressed the police to find the killer and put a stop to these brutal misdeeds. Grandchildren lived in fear for the lives of their abuelas, and cop cars cruised the streets with composite drawings of the suspect, a woman, affixed to their windows. A woman in the street, interviewed for the local news at the time, summed things up for grandmas throughout Mexico City when she told a reporter, "I'm scared of everyone." Under intense pressure, the police arrested the wrong people. In one instance, an innocent nurse who resembled the composite illustration was yanked out of a bank and paraded by the cops. She was released soon after. Cross-dressing prostitutes were rounded up, and a male burglar was incorrectly incarcerated for the killings. As time went on and deaths piled up, law enforcers became convinced that the killer had to be a man. Judging by the nature of the strangulations, it seemed unlikely that a woman with small hands could do it. In January 2006, with 47 women allegedly strangled by the old lady killed. That is crazy. 47 women. A man named Joel Lopez went to visit his elderly neighbor, Ana Marie de los Reyes. Surprised to see her door unlocked, he stepped inside and encountered the woman in the red coat. She made eye contact before calmly exiting. The real shock came when Lopez ventured deeper into the apartment and saw Reyes laying on the floor of her bedroom, where drawers were open and belongings scattered. A stethoscope was wrapped around her neck. Reyes was dead. Outside, Lopez saw the woman in red just as a police car was passing by. The cops reportedly sensed Lopez's distress and noticed the woman quicken her pace and apprehended her before she disappeared into a metro station. As the woman was pushed into the police car, Lopez angrily asked, "What did you do? What did you do to my neighbor?" Among the items on her, a few were particularly unexpected: receipts for rentals of wrestling rings, business cards of various professional wrestlers, and a keychain with her own wrestling name, La Dama de Silencio, Lady of Silence. Her real name was Juana Barraza, a 48-year-old single mother with a troubled past who led police to believe she was a professional wrestler. In reality, she was only a superfan of lucha libre, a Mexican form of wrestling in which competitors all wear masks. She socialized with wrestlers, loaned them money, and despite never competing in a pro wrestling match, according to Waldenberg, considered herself to be one of them. Inside her cluttered home, a poster-sized photo of Barraza in wrestling garb had pride of place. Juana's dream was to be a wrestler. She had a mask and costume and wanted to be part of the scene. She constructed the wrestling persona for the authorities and convinced them that it was real. The murderous Barraza put up a convincing front. She wore a wrestling costume when meeting with legit wrestlers. There was one investigator who said that the reason she turned to murder was because she missed the excitement of being a wrestler. That was ridiculous because Juana was obviously not really a wrestler. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Just killing elderly women for no reason. Man, what are we supposed to do with this, guys? What are we supposed to do? Oh, man. Well, it's been real, folks. It's been really, really real. But look, I do have to go. I appreciate you guys spending some of your Tuesday with me. You know, it means the world to me that you guys do that you guys decide, hey, let's check out Alphonso Speaks on a random Tuesday. We could be doing anything, but we're going to spend time with you. I appreciate that. I really do. If you guys enjoyed today's video and enjoyed our little serial killer history lesson, please like the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the notifications on. And there's going to be a lot more great content on its way. You know, it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. I love how focused we have been able to stay on the trial today. You know, we did our thing. We got through another witness. We're moving on. We're moving forward. We're doing this daggone thing. We're doing it. Alfonso, do you speak Spanish? Because your pronunciation is good of Spanish words. Alas, I do not. I do not speak Spanish. But with a man that has a Spanish name, it's only right that I at least say the words that I do say correctly. Have to. But yeah, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Again, I really do appreciate that you guys do that. This community continues to grow. We are almost at 4,000 subscribers, guys. 4,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? 4,000. So, yes, please keep watching the videos. Please keep liking the videos. Subscribe, share the videos. And I'm still working on some really exciting things for you guys that you guys are going to absolutely flip over. But yeah, make sure you guys do your homework, okay? Night Stalker, H.H. Holmes video, H.H. Holmes. Just type in on YouTube H.H. Holmes video game and go to the first video. And also, what was the last one? Cecil Hotel. If you guys haven't seen that one and you want to be absolutely freaked out, go ahead, watch that one. Okay? But I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. PLP, peace, love, and positivity, guys. Remember, spread it everywhere. Everywhere you go. All right, guys. Be easy. Enjoy your day. Peace.